Howdy, howdy, hi. Sunday evening, about ready to slide into another week, sorry. Today is, of course, day 20, post-op for my bariatric surgery. Time for a bit of a check-in. Had a lovely day at home today with my son, which is very unusual. It is not often that I have him at home during the weekend to just chill out. So have just had a lazy day around the house. We had planned on going out and doing some things, but actually when he woke up this morning, he just said, "Mummy, can we have a pajama day and build a pillow boat?" Hey, Samantha. So currently, all of my couches have no cushions on them because they're all on the floor in the lounge, and that is where we've been sitting and lying all day. But it's been really nice. I did, however, learn a very valuable lesson at tea time. So I had my normal Optifast shake for breakfast. I, for lunch, had some Cruskits. What did I have today? Cruskits, cream cheese and salmon again. Delicious. Oh, with some avocado on top as well. And then for dinner, I heated up some white-baked patties that I had. And instead of eating at the table, how I have eaten every other meal I have had post-op, I said to my boy that I would lie down on the pillow boat with him and eat in the pillow boat. Wow. So kind of half lying down, half propped up on an elbow, I ate the first white-baked patty really nice, slowly, did my chewing, finished the patty, and I thought, ooh, that doesn't feel right, like a pain just in around here. Ooh, that's not good. So sat up, and it just kind of, it didn't move, nothing happened, just stayed the same. So I took a bite out of my next white-baked patty. Wow, that was some pretty intense pain. That was some really intense pain. It just felt like it got stuck right there, like it just wasn't moving through. So I tried to just sit with it for a few minutes. I had tears rolling out of my eyes, like really, really intense pain. And I've read other people that have suffered this. It's not an uncommon thing, especially if you eat too fast, don't chew properly, and apparently if you try and eat lying down. So I just sat nice and upright, and I thought, oh, just give it a few minutes, see if it passes, and it didn't. And I thought, right, well, from what I've read, we either try and walk this off, or we go and vomit it up. So I thought, okay, let's try and walk it off. So walked down to the letterbox, got a long driveway, so walked down to the letterbox to clear the mail, and came back, and thankfully by the time I came back, it had cleared. I didn't finish my dinner though. I was far too scared to even eat anything extra. So I'm going to have a couple of spoons of protein yogurt before I go to bed. Wow, that was really, really painful. I have counted myself quite lucky so far that I haven't really encountered too many issues like this. There are sort of quite a few side effects that you can expect when eating different foods post-surgery. A lot of people talk about the foamies, and a lot of people talk about the dumping syndrome. So foamies, from what I can understand, tends to be from certain types of food, specifically high-fat food, and essentially all it does is your mouth will just salivate, that'll be the word I'm after. It'll just create copious amount of saliva, and most people find it best to just stand over the sink and just keep spitting it out, and it seems to be some kind of reaction to that high fat. And then dumping syndrome tends to be from a high sugar content. Dumping, you can dump either up or down. So again, from what I've read, from what I understand, within minutes of eating something, you will just get this intense pain in your lower gut, and people tend to have a few minutes to get to the toilet for some explosive diarrhea or for vomiting. Your body will just expel it at force. I have spoken, without even thinking, I can think of 3 people that are years and years post-op that have told me that they have had dumping syndrome and haven't quite made it to the toilet in public, and it's like a horrific experience, as you can imagine. So I've counted myself quite lucky I haven't struck any of those today, but wow, the pain. My son, he was watching his tablet, eating his tea. To be fair, I don't think he even noticed. And I wasn't telling him because I didn't want to panic him. So I just kind of left him be, and I was just having silent tears rolling down my cheek. And I'm like, just gonna go check the mailbox. So thankfully he didn't even notice, which was good. And yes, definitely feeling better now, thankfully, Bianca. But like I say, I gave the rest of my dinner to the dog because I was just too afraid to eat it. Like, wow. So I learned a valuable lesson today. We don't try eating lying down. We definitely eat sitting upright. Apparently gravity has a lot to do with things. So I guess every lesson we learn is a good thing, right? So yeah, that was my adventure for today. Otherwise, I've had a pretty good day. Again, just chilling at home with my boy was really good for the soul today. It's not often that I get to spend that quality time with him, so to speak. Whilst he is with me during the week, I get the weekdays. So I get the hurry up, get out of bed, get your school uniform on, time to go to school, and the come on, need to do your homework, time to eat tea, time to go to bed. So that quality time was really nice and really, really good for my mood. The forever thing, the dumping and foamies is absolutely a forever thing. The quantity that it takes to create those outcomes will get bigger as time goes on. So, for example, if I tried to eat maybe, and I'm guessing because I haven't tried because I'm too afraid, if I tried to eat maybe 1 square of chocolate at the moment, that would most likely create dumping syndrome for me because it would be far too high in sugar. However, I know people that are 2-3 years post-op that can have 2 squares quite comfortably. And 2 squares of chocolate is more than enough. They were someone like me that would quite happily sit down and eat like a king-size block of chocolate to themselves quite happily. But now they have 2 squares, more than comfortable, happy, and it serves the purpose. So yeah, your tolerance will build up, but absolutely the dumping and the foamies are forever things. And it's part of the psychological assistance, I guess, in helping me form these new habits to create an ongoing healthy lifestyle. So what the surgeons talk about is that your first year post-op, 80% of the work is done by your body, 20% of the work is done by your mind. So 80% of me losing weight will be down to my body. Physically can't get the food in, all of these things. And then over the next couple of years it switches until I believe it's about year 4, I believe it is post-op, but I would have to check that it's completely opposite. That at that point it's only 20% body and the 80% your head. So you really do need to treat this first year post-op about creating new habits and creating your new future, because you won't be able to rely on your body to do it for you going forward. So by having this having this physical response to high sugar, high fat foods, the foamies, the dumping, which comes from physically, it helps you psychologically, because when I think of chocolate, I'm like, oh, chocolate. Oh, it's amazing. It's creamy, it's sugary, it melts on your mouth, right? But once I try eating it 2-3 times and I have that dumping syndrome, then your brain starts to go, chocolate, that results in like diarrhea or like even worse, pooping yourself in public. That's not a fun time. And that helps cement those new thoughts in place. So it all kind of feeds in together and helps create that healthy lifestyle going forward. So yes, valuable lesson learned today. We eat sitting at the table. Otherwise, yeah, not a lot to report here. Another good day otherwise. Monday morning, tomorrow morning, which means it is weigh-in day. I have been very good this week, and I have not weighed myself at all. Last week I couldn't help myself. I weighed myself a couple of sneaky times during the week, but I haven't this week. I am just sticking to the Monday mornings. So here's hoping I don't feel like I did last Monday morning when I jumped on the scales and went, are you kidding me? 0.8 and I have had a shit week. But I'm aware stools happen, especially in the week 2 to week 6 post-op period. So I'm prepped for this time. So we will see how that goes. Hey, gorgeous Lucy, how are you doing, sweetheart? So yeah, that is me going to sign off and head to bed. Day 3 without a nap. I think tomorrow might be a nap day. Really think tomorrow might be a nap day. But after weigh-in the morning. Have a great Sunday night, everybody. See you later.